All right, the purpose of this video is to talk about student data walks. We actually call them student data talks. And data talks are really meant to be empowering for your students. It's a time for reflection for both you and your students. Data walks promote that student-centered perspective, giving students agency to interpret their data and understand how this data and the data about how they learn impacts their learning choices. When you include your students as active participants, they're empowered to set their own goals and take ownership of their learning routines. So structuring your data talks will be influenced by the age of your students, their reading needs, but also just some logistics situations that you have in your setting. This can be done whole group, subgroups, individually, or it could be a student with their support system, including their parents. Student data talks are best conducted immediately or as close as possible to completing their UPAR when that experience is fresh on their mind. All right, getting ready for the data talk is super simple. First of all, just click your download or print your student data reports, and it will look like this. Each student's data is on a separate piece of paper. You can print that off or email that to your student. Each student gets their own data. Then you'll want to print or deliver to each of your students this 2-page student data talk planning sheet. That's it. So on the day of the data talk, we usually start with the Likert scale. We ask the students to think about the condition that when they were going through the protocol and which condition did they feel most comfortable. Was it when they were reading silently, when they were reading with their human audio, or the computer reading? So we have them do that. It's very simple. And then we teach them how to read the data. Now we start with a fictitious student. I would recommend you find somebody else's student and then, take out the name, obviously. And then we teach them how to read. So we're going to basically focus them in on the 3 columns and look for the column that had the highest percentage. In this particular case, both human audio and text reader were the highest. Once we understand that, the student can come back to this and now circle which the data represents is that their best. For this student, it would be adult reader and computer reader. And we ask them, how does that compare? Maybe the student felt like they did better reading silently. And oftentimes they understand that, wow, there's a little shift. What I thought I was doing better with is not really my best mode according to the data. So that's the first part of the data talk. And then it really leads to the part of student agency that we know our best learners and our learners with the sense of self-efficacy set goals and they plan. Our students without self-efficacy are the ones who set low goals and choose those easy tasks. So seeing this UPAR data often really empowers your student to try something harder because they can see that they can comprehend at much higher levels when they use their accommodations. And you want to build in the discourse with them. So with this data, what do you think this means? And how do you think this will work best for you? Or how do you think you can advocate? Or what do you think might get in the way that we can help you plan for right now? These 3 planning questions are there for you based on some nice longitudinal research of success factors for students with learning disabilities. And from there, they can even set some goals, like, are there certain classes I'm going to use this? How often do I want to use it? Is it, which type of mode do I want to use it? Is it an adult reader or my text reader? Am I going to use it just on exams? That type of thing. So having this type of, conversation helps your student really empower them with using the data to really understand how they work best, also using that data to reflect and set their goals and make a plan for them to be successful.